Hi everyone, Keith here again. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about this not the driver's license, the marriage license, and how it is a quasi-contract without full disclosure. And basically what it is when two people get married in the secular society through a marriage license, then they are subjecting themselves to the rules that govern that secular society. When two people get married under a covenant with their creator or between the two of them, that keep losing the connection inside, folks, so let me run outside. But basically what it is when you're getting married through that marriage license in the secular society, you're subjecting yourself to all the rules and regulations, which are not fully disclosed. In the fact that there are over 800 million different codes, statutes, rules, regulations, acts, edicts, ordinances, orders, proclamations, declarations, and such, that no one could possibly know them all. And what it does, when you get married in that secular society through that marriage license, you make yourselves, through a quasi-contract, a member of that military government, and then you're required to have your children on a hospital ward, thereby making them wards of the state, whether you like it or not, whether you do a birth certificate or not. Their presumptions override everything. Being that, like I said, discussed in a previous video, through the democracy that we have nowadays, it is not a republic. If it were a republic form, then we would be in a much different situation. Though it was designed and we are supposed to have a republic form, we do not. Not in my opinion, anyway. And basically, what it comes down to is when you get that marriage through that secular society, it's a quasi-contract without the full disclosure of that third party who is an interloper through their non-disclosure of all events involved, particularly the designation of an estate trust for that child. And basically what they're doing is they're developing that estate trust through the presumption that it will not be found out and that they will be able to take advantage of it. And what we need to do is quit licensing marriages. If you want to get married, I strongly urge you and suggest and do it through a covenant between yourself and your partner, your mate. And then you can be moms and dads rather than parents. And you have offspring, you have heirs rather than children. Because the way it's worded through the legal society, all children are born deceased. Basically, I'm just trying to put this stuff out there, and you can call it legal advice, you can call it opinion, you can call it whatever you want. But this is my opinion on how things should work if you really want to rectify what's wrong in your life and the future lives of your next generations. Without this, without learning this stuff, without the knowledge, you're not going to do anything but backpedal into the degradation that we're already in. You're just going to dig deeper. If you want to get out of this, we have to become knowledgeable of how these things happen and what causes them. And most particularly, whenever you sign a document, it's going to have a cause. And if you don't know what that cause is, or it's going to have an effect, if you don't know what that effect will be, then I suggest you strongly find out by researching it, and not just on the surface. I know a lot of people go to this Google site, Google something, and they see the first thing at the top of the page, and they look at that, and that's it. I'm known to go through 10 pages of information looking for what I want to find. And if I don't find it, then I'm still able to put out information that I did find. So, in regards to the marriage license, it's a quasi-contract without full disclosure, and thereby void ab initio, however they say that. But I strongly urge people that if you want to conduct private affairs with another person and become mates, you do so privately. Once you do a marriage license, it becomes public, and they can send DHS to your door and take your children. You have to start at the very beginning of things, and that's independently with yourself in regards to the birth certificate and the Social Security account, the driver's license, all those different contracts. They're all quasi contracts, all developed through fraud, through a intent to not disclose, and that itself is devious, wrong, unfaithful. And these are people that are supposed to be conducting the people's affair in good faith. And whether you're a citizen of the state, a citizen of the United States, an American national, state national, American state national, I don't care how you define yourself, these people are presuming to control everything. And the only way they do that is by your allowance. And your allowance, whether it be done through ignorance or fear or whatever, matters not. But when you start stepping forward and getting off those couches and out from in front of the TV tubes and going out to all these nightclubs and distracting yourself with all the drugs and alcohol and misappropriations of reality, then you can get up and start taking action with due diligence towards your next generation. But you can only do that out of love, and you can't sit there and profess that you love other people if you don't love yourself. And you can't profess to sit there and do things for other people or be willing to do things for other people if you're not willing to do it for yourself. So everything I put out there, I'm willing to do for myself. I'm going through the process, still trying to get paperwork filed in regards to correcting my status, because they want $7 for the first page and $5 for every page after that. That's money that isn't even lawful that they want me to come up with. So I'm still trying to file documents to help them understand that they don't apply to me. Those rules and regulations don't apply to me, myself, as well as many others. So one more time, the marriage license is a quasi-contract through a secular society and is in and of itself also a fraud due to lack of full disclosure. So hope that helps people out in their travels to try to correct their status, standing, capacity, all that. And again, like I tell people all the time, don't just take my word for it. I don't want you taking the government's word for it. I don't want you taking my word for it. I want you to investigate it yourself and find out the knowledge for yourself, so that you're not filling a space up here with belief of somebody else's knowledge, but with your own knowledge. Again, one more time, if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. I love you. God bless. Have a great day.